Friends, welcome to my channel Snooze in 10. Turn on your headphones. Now lie down. Remember, the channel promotes no video concept, only audio. Just a brief for the listeners. Our idea here is, we try to engage your imagination gently. Activate the parasympathetic nervous system. Help you not to overthink when you close your eyes. Last but not the least, provide you emotional comfort. Let's begin today's story. The Star Collector. In a quiet corner of the universe, far beyond the reach of noise and worry, there was a village so small, so hidden, it wasn't even on the maps of the stars. Nestled between soft rolling hills and gentle streams of liquid light. This village was known as Astrenia. No one rushed there. No one worried there. And the sky above it was always filled with stars. More stars than anywhere else in the cosmos. But these weren't just any stars. They were alive. They twinkled with personalities. Some blinked quickly like they were laughing. Others pulsed slow and calm, like a deep breath taken on a winter's night. And in Astrenia, the most important job of all belonged to one person, the Star Collector. That Star Collector was an old, kind-hearted man named Ori. He lived in a cozy round house, made of soft stone and blue glass, with vines that glowed gently in the moonlight. Ori wasn't just a collector of stars. He was their friend, their listener, their keeper. Each night, as the moon yawned and the world settled into sleep, Ori would step outside with his soft velvet bag and his polished silver telescope. His footsteps barely made a sound as he climbed the winding trail to the Star Hill, where the stars flew closest to the earth. He always began with a whisper, for he never called the stars with shouts or commands. Instead, he sang to them a song so quiet and sweet, it couldn't be heard by ears, only by hearts. And one by one, the stars would begin to descend. Some floated down like feathers. Others zipped in playfully, leaving trails of stardust like giggles in the air. Ori would smile, his eyes full of wonder, just as he had the very first time seen them many years ago. Even now, after collecting stars for decades, he never stopped being amazed. "Come now," he would whisper, as he held out his soft-gloved hand, "it's time to rest." The stars would twirl and dance around him before nestling gently into his bag, which never grew heavy. It was lined with quiet dreams and lavender-scented night air, the perfect cradle for weary stars. But Ori didn't keep the stars. Oh no. That wasn't the job of a true star collector. He simply gave them rest. Each star, once cradled in peace, was released the next night, cleaner, brighter, calmer. Some became shooting stars, carrying wishes across the sky. Others returned to their constellations, twinkling with renewed joy. One night, as Ori reached the top of Star Hill, he found a star already waiting for him. It hovered low, flickering dimly, barely glowing at all. Its light pulsed unevenly, as if it had cried too many times in the dark. Ori held out his hand gently and said in a calm voice, "You're tired, little one," he whispered. "Come, rest a while." The star hesitated, not from fear, but from exhaustion. And then, slowly, it drifted into Ori's palm. The moment he touched it, a wave of sadness passed through him. Memories of long-forgotten dreams, of lonely nights and quiet sighs. He held the star close to his chest, and for a moment, just stood silently beneath the vast, watching sky. "Let me carry this for you," he said softly. He placed the star into his bag and made his way back down the hill. Each step slower than the last, as if the burden of the little star's sadness tugged gently on his heart. But Ori was used to carrying soft sadness. That's why the stars trusted him. Back in his round home, he laid the tired star in a little glass bowl filled with starlit water. He lit a candle of dream wax and began to hum a dream song, not of this world, not even of his village, but a song older than the moon, passed down by all who had ever kept the stars. The star pulsed faintly in time with his song, its light slowly brightening, like a child soothed after a long cry. Ori stayed by its side, watching the glow return, watching the pain soften into peace. And when he finally drifted to sleep in his soft chair by the window, the star floated silently above him, keeping watch. The next night, something unexpected happened. Ori was climbing the hill as usual, when the wind began to shift. It carried with it 1,000 whispers, not alarming, just different. As he reached the summit, he found not one, but dozens of dim stars hovering low, like a field of tiny suns waiting for comfort. Ori's heart ached, but he smiled gently. "Come now," he said, "there's room for all." He opened his bag, and they came. Slowly, quietly, some brushing against his cheeks, like thankful children, others resting together in groups like old friends. The bag shimmered with their soft glow. That night, Ori didn't sleep. He stayed awake, caring for each star one by one. He soaked them in dream water, sang them dream songs, whispered kind things. He even told them stories about when he was a boy, who had once made a wish on a falling star and promised to never let any star feel forgotten. "Even stars get tired," he would murmur, "and even stars deserve kindness." Night after night, the stars kept coming, some bright and curious, some old and wise, some small and quiet. Ori never turned any away. His bag never overflowed. His voice never cracked. He never asked why they came. He didn't need to. He knew. Even the stars needed someone to hold them when they dimmed. Then, one quiet evening, as Ori was preparing his bag for another night, a knock came at his door. A soft knock. He opened it and found a child. Not from his village, not from this world. The child had eyes like galaxies, spinning slowly, full of unspoken thoughts. "I had a dream about you," the child said. You collected the stars in my sleep." Ori smiled, his eyes full of warmth. "They visit all who need them," he replied. "But sometimes they need a little rest." The child tilted his head. "Can I help you?" Ori's heart lifted like a lantern in the wind. "Of course," he said. From that night onward, the child joined him. Together, they climbed Star Hill. Together, they whispered dream songs. And together, they watched over the stars, who came like travelers returning home. Over time, Ori's hair grew whiter, his steps slower. And one night, when the stars had all gone back to the sky, shining brighter than ever, Ori handed the child his bag. "It's your turn now," he said. "Where will you go?" the child asked. Ori looked up at the stars, smiling. "Home," he whispered. And with that, his body became light, a soft shimmer, and drifted upward like mist. A new star appeared in the sky that night. It blinked once slowly, then joined a constellation, shaped like a man holding a bag. The Star Collector. To this day, on clear nights, when you lie in bed with your eyes closed, and your thoughts slowly floating away, you might feel a flicker, a warm light brushing against your heart. A star, pausing just for a moment, to rest by your side. And if you listen closely, beyond the rustle of sheets and the hush of the night, you may hear the faint hum of a song, a dream song older than the moon, sung by those who have always watched over the stars and over you. So rest now. You are safe. Your light is known, and the stars are watching. Good night.